I love the smell of plastic in the morning. Attack! Ah! Like and subscribe! Forward, men! The show's about to start! The show is on! Let's go!
And welcome everyone to the Man Cave. My name is Paul Knapp, and I will be your host for tonight's show. This is season number 1, episode number 45 already for the year. And waiting in the green room is the artist extraordinaire. We've been dying to get him on our show, and lucky enough we have him tonight, Mr. Dan Nance. But before we get to him, let me introduce my panel of compadres for tonight, and we're going to head up to Canada first with Mr. John Salatellis. How you doing, John?
Hey, everybody. Everything okay, I hope?
Yeah. I'm excited about tonight, man. I'm excited about tonight.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a good one.
And we're going to head out Midwest to the underground bunker of Mr. Joseph Baker. Joseph, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. We got the Leonardo da Vinci of dioramas tonight.
I tell you what, man. The word is out. The word is out. How about the state of New Hampshire, man? What are you guys doing tonight, Mr. Chris Shaw?
Evening, everybody.
Glad you could join us tonight. You still got the Jaws poster behind you, man.
Yes, it's my son's room.
When you I thought I thought you were in your man cave. You're in your son's man
cave.
No.
My man cave's too small.
And finally, our IT guy who is freezing down there in South Carolina.
No, I'm not freezing. It's just that I just got here.
Our IT guy, Mr. Dan DiBiase. What is up, Dan?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Dan, since you rolled in late tonight, I'm going to put you in charge of saying hi to everybody in the chat room if you can read it.
Oh, okay.
See who we got so far.
All right, we got, let's see here, Bruce. What's up, Bruce? Just joined us. Big Boss Jack. How's it going, man? He always says hi to me every show, and I just want to say I see it. Thank you for saying hi every show. Big Sexy's with us.
Yep.
Arb, Jason Evans. Hey, Seth, what's going on, man? 3/4 deep dive. I should get that right. Let's see here. Paul Barbacano. Second night in a row, Paul. Patrick Green's with us. Moondoggy's with us. See what else we got here. I think that's it for now. Where's everybody?
Jason Evans.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Ben just joined us.
Hey, Ben.
All right. Oh, Mr. Sexy. He's watching us tonight. He was with us last night. And Bruce is with us. Trying to pull everybody in. So, hey, I don't want to keep our guests waiting tonight. I know we got a lot of questions for him, so I'm going to go around the room real quick and say what's new in your zoo. Going back to you, John. What is new since we talked last time?
Hey, guys. So, a couple of things. Actually, it was a really, really good week for bucket list items that we were talking about last week. But first, I had put an order in with Armies in Plastic, and I got the. I don't know how I'm going to show this. Can you guys see this? It's the cannon and limber with pulled by 4 cows. So I got a couple of those. The cow set I only got one, but I got 2 cannons. One in the tan color, the brown that you see to use for probably a Boxer Rebellion diorama that I want to do in the future, and a green one for that goes for the World War I. I got some of these 24 pounders, and just for everybody to know, these are all 3D printed items. It's a lot of the newer items from Armies in Plastic. I mean, other than figures, of course, are these cannons, the cows, the The big guns are 3D printed as well as it's right here. I got an EV4, a World War One. If I can take it out of the box, there's way too many stuff here. German vehicle.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
Yeah. So this is
sweet.
it's 3D printed as well.
3D printed, yeah.
Yeah. Comes in 3 colors. So whoever doesn't really want to paint it, well, doesn't have to. And yeah, so I was really lucky. I was really happy to find a couple of weeks ago the Britain's Hospital set, the one with for those who know, the one with the X-ray machine. So I was looking for that for a couple of years now. I found one in Chicago. Didn't pull the trigger on it because I said I was going to go back later, and I went back. They didn't have it. So it comes in a box like this. Oh, wait a minute. I just found something. I was looking for a wheel, and I found it. Now I have both of them. Oh, wow. I've been looking for all weekend for that wheel, and I just went like that, and it fell. So anyway, so I opened the box. I was really excited. It was an open eBay box. Everything is nice and snug inside the pack, really, really well. I look at the box, and everything is shattered inside, almost everything.
Oh, no.
Dude.
Percent. And the thing is, I wanted this box for certain items. There were about 5 or 6. There was 2 figures that I didn't have that only come with it. They're exclusive to this box, to this set. There was a wheelchair. There was some those separating screens.
Yeah.
All that stuff was broken. The wheelchair, like you said, I just found the wheel. The 2 wheels are broken. The arms from both figures were broken. The screens were shattered in like 3, 4, 5 pieces each. The X-ray machine was in good shape, which I don't know if I can use. But yeah, well, I tried. Anyway, so I spoke to the seller. We came to an agreement. Everything worked out. I tried to glue as much as I could so I could at least try and salvage, which I did. And I also got this week from eBay a King and Country set with the Sentry box and a guard and the gate, which I'm not going to take out right now. But what was really cool was I like to shout out a big thank you to our friend and who also watched the show, I guess, last week, called named Michael Frederick, friend of ours, friend of the show. And I know when we were talking about stuff that we wanted, I mentioned that I really wanted the Hudson and Allen French courtyard, which I've been looking for. I mean, Hobby Bunker had it. The Britain site had it, but it's been sold out for at least a year and a half, a couple of years, I'd say. And all of a sudden, I get a message a few days ago saying, "John, is this the one that you're looking for?" They have it at the shop, at the W Britain shop. So I went in right away, and wow, yes, there were seven available. I guess they brought some in. They made some new ones, and I purchased it on the spot. So I want to say whatever we say on this show, people listen, and this community is so awesome that they'll, if they know something, they'll message you. They'll let you know. So if everybody's looking for anything rare, just put it out there, put it out in the universe, in the Toy Soldier universe, and you never know. You might find it. So yeah, that and a few other stuff. The Forces of Valor, the big Sturm Tiger that usually costs around $300-400. I found it for 130 Canadian. At a shop near my house, actually, total fluke. And I'm gonna go pick it up in a couple of days. Another Forces of Valor tank on eBay, which was again from Canada, which is like, go figure. I never find anything from Canada. And yeah, so it was a pretty good week for stuff that I've been looking for a while. And Joe, of course, really came through with a plastic platoon set that I was looking for a long, long time. Thank you, my friend. I really, really, really appreciate it.
There you go.
My pleasure.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, man. Go to you, Joe. You got anything?
Well, there was an auction about 90 miles away from here, and so I won about half the lots that were there.
Ooh.
One of the things was the Untouchables street front.
Untouchables, man.
I'm
Nice.
missing some of the plastic on it. So if Rich Egan's out there, or any other dealers who might have some of the plastic, I'm missing one door and some awnings and a skylight or whatever goes up there. I sure would appreciate a shout out that's available. A while back, I got a box for the Silver City.
Oh,
Nice.
look at that.
And they had this with most of the figures and accessories for 60
Wow.
bucks. So I was pretty happy about that. And they had a Moose Battleground Europe, which I didn't get, but I did pick up some of the figures. Here's the other building from
Yeah.
the Untouchables, and then got most of the Zorro character figures except for Zorro.
Oh, awesome.
And a
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
which was pretty cool for $30, I think.
Right.
And like I say, have a box of figures that had some of the Battleground Europe figures. I'll have to clean them up and stuff.
Nice.
But there weren't many figures with the other lot. So,
Somebody painted them too.
yeah, which I'm going to put them in Dawn and soak them and hopefully get them cleaned up because they're much better naked.
Yeah. Right. Is that it,
Okay.
Jeff?
That'll do it. I was going to show that diorama that where I was this week, what I showed last week about D-Day, but that'll wait.
You sure?
Yep, I want to get Dan on here.
All right. Mr. Chris Shaw, what you got, brother?
Well, I picked up a 21st century 75 millimeter 40 pack gun.
Yeah.
Put a
Yep.
couple BMC stickers on it to give it a little bit of light to it.
Yeah.
And then I picked up another plastic platoon
Oh.
Navy sailor
Well,
stabbing downward.
You snagged one.
Now I have two. I have the officer and I have this one now. So
No, but I'm saying somebody's selling them individually now on eBay.
yeah,
or
there's
what?
a guy on eBay that's selling them individually right now. He has the Western guys on there right now. I think there might be the Publius Western figures, gunfighters.
$20 a piece or so.
So he's breaking up.
Yeah,
a set to
22
make more
bucks.
money.
Yeah. And then I wrote a message to Austin Miniatures. I guess you guys had found some people had found this at the Chicago show.
Yeah.
It's a resin marine from his Austin Miniature set in the Pacific. So I wrote to him and just said, listen, I know some guys bought these at Chicago. If you have any more, let me know. And he said he didn't. But then about a week ago, he reached out to me and he said he found one. So picked him up. Really nice figure. He is resin, but he's very well made.
Really nice. Really
Yeah,
nice.
he come out. He's really nice. And then I did a couple simple conversions. Just swapped the head on this Russian, gave him an officer's helmet instead of the cap. And then I took the cap and gave it to this guy. Kind of reminds me of the guy from Red Dawn.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And then I got this 21st century German. The guy kneeling shooting the rifle, I cut him in half and split him in half with another body, and then use this body here to kind of give him a different look. And then kind of got a mystery figure. I know he's Atlantic. I know he's a Sentry, but I just don't know. I think he was with the Mussolini set, but I don't know. Maybe Joe would know.
Yeah, if it's black, it's probably the moose.
Yeah,
He's
he was.
Italian.
Yeah, absolutely.
Italian dog Sentry. So, but he's pretty cool. And just to follow up on what John said, if anybody in the Toy Soldier universe has this set, Plastic Platoon, I think it's called the Mortar set, according to the Plastic General. I'm definitely looking for it. So that's all I have. And anybody has that, please let me know.
There you go. All right. So it's still cold down in South Carolina, huh?
no, not at all. Not at all.
Why are you wearing a G.I. Joe shirt on Toy Soldier Tuesday? That's all I want to know, man.
Because I didn't think I was on today.
I told you last night. I said between
We
you
were
and
talking
Rick,
back and forth, and I was like, "Okay." I thought Rick's on, and it was like, am I on tonight?" No,
No,
you said no, but it's okay. It's
you said,
okay. 'cause
I have
got
something to
see the new
show.
intro.
Well, then I thought that meant you were on. So
No, I've been out building a deck all day long, so I'm like I look like hell today. Right now, I'm like I'm like a woman. Gotta make sure I have good luck.
all right, Santa Claus. Just get
But
to
all
it.
right. So I don't have anything because what I had set up for me, I now left it in the other room, so I don't have it with me. But that doesn't matter because you've been a slave driver and go, Dan, I need all this new digital stuff.
Here we
So
go.
I work for you, and I froze Chris, Joe, and John. I froze them today, and so all I have is that. That's my thing.
Did
If
you
you
like
want to
the
show it or
opening
not,
I put up though?
I do like. Does everybody else like the opening? Give me a thumbs up.
That's awesome.
Half the people didn't
Excellent.
even. We only had like 13 people at the beginning of the show, and they missed the opening, man.
It's okay. They can watch it back and do it. Go back
Yeah.
and watch it. It'll be every week. You know,
All right,
you
all
get
right.
the ending. There's a story between the opening
I
and the
know.
ending.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk them through it. That's all. About all your hard work that you put into that thing.
Well, the hard work is the guy me freezing everybody. That's the hard work because there's two versions, people. If you watch it when he finally shows it, there's two versions. I freeze the Man Cave crew, and now I froze the Toy Soldier Tuesday crew. But the Toy Soldier Tuesday crew, that freezing one, I think is a little bit better. To be honest with you, because there are toy soldiers involved in it.
They'll see it.
And I was able to pull off some tricks I didn't think I would be able to pull off with it.
There you go. Dan's big into the AI right now, man.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a blast. I mean, you know,
If you're good at it.
It's fun.
When it works, right? That's what you were telling me. When it works, it's good.
I don't want to go down the AI thing, but guys, I'm telling you, there's times I want to check my laptop across the room.
Normally, I don't take a minute, but I'm going to just take 1 minute. I got a box today from Crit's Catcher Side. Joe Baker, you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. He does a lot of painting. He does painting for Mick Closet, I believe. So he sent me a figure. I don't know if you can see that. I should probably make myself bigger here.
That accurate?
I believe it's an accurate figure. It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he painted it, and he said he just wanted to say hi, and he watches the show. And I said, thank you, sir. I will show that on my show. If anybody's looking to get some figures painted, I don't know. Joe, does he do for other people, or does he just paint for you?
I'm not going to speak for him. I had kind of a monopoly on him there for a while.
Now, if your name's Joe Baker, he will
now
paint
the
for
world
you.
knows. So
Yeah.
very good and very, very economical. So
I finally got my order received from Scavenger, Jason over at Scavenger, and he always hooks me up with some extra stuff. Some of these did you guys order the nurses, man?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting to put a big order.
Came in. I can't wait
Oh,
to
wow.
look at these guys. Yeah.
These look good.
And then, he made those two, the guy repelling.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys seen that.
No. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Comes with a string and a rope. He's making some new sandbags. But the best one is the the hand-to-hand combat with the GI choking out the German.
Oh, nice.
And they're two separate figures, too, so you don't have to put them together if you don't want to. But so I
Was
ordered
he
a couple
planning on
more.
doing
Of course, we got Americans surrendering. But, Scavenger Miniatures. Make sure you check out Jason. Great guy. We had him on the show before, so does a lot of 3D printing. Ben, Scavenger rocks, man. Ben's going to be on the show in a couple weeks, so we're going to get him on.
Awesome.
Looking forward to that.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, we're really rocking. So, hey, I don't want to keep our guest waiting anymore. He's hung up 3 times already. And came back on every time I was talking to you guys. I kept saying, Dan Nance logged in. I'm like, I think he's hanging up on us. But before he hangs up again, I'm going to bring in this artist extraordinaire, Mr. Dan Nance. Woo!
Hey, Dan.
Everybody. Great to be here. Good with everybody.
Dude, it is an honor and a privilege to have you on my show. Let me tell you, brother. I didn't think this was ever going to happen, and I'm a kid in a candy store right now, so I don't know where to start, man. I know me and Joe Baker are looking forward to this, and we got a lot of people in the chat room. So if you guys have any questions specifically for Dan, just type them in and I'll pull them up. But Dan, before we get started on the hard questions, for those individuals maybe that don't know you, I don't know who wouldn't know you, but you want to just give them a little background on kind of how you got started in this whole thing of this hobby of yours, painting, and decided to make a living out of it?
Decided to make a living out of it. I grew up here in the Carolinas. I'm from the Carolinas. And I always grew up with a healthy dose of history ingrained in me by my father and grandfather. And I would tour battlefields when I was a young man. Or, excuse me, when I was really young. And but I was interested in animation. I wanted to work with Walt Disney. I wanted to do Star Wars. I wanted to be with George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. We were in the 80s, man. You know, we had the greatest concentration of amazing cinema almost ever at that time period. So that it totally influenced me. And then I got into realizing that some of that stuff actually translates and transfers over to each other. Our history, things that George Lucas was inspired by, or it was dogfights in World War II and Luftwaffe and SS and stormtroopers and all that. That stuff really just got into my phone. And then when I was in high school, I watched the movie Glory, and everybody remember Glory?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Killer movie. Probably still some of the best ever footage. But that inspired me, and I started painting history. I started painting these scenes, and I went to film school in New York. Went to Pratt Institute. I won a scholarship to go up to Pratt. So Carolina boy goes to New York and gets a couple of educations, one in life and one in school. I wasn't planning on being an artist or painter in that way. I was planning on being a filmmaker. And you can kind of see that my work has actually started. You can see that it's inspired, almost looks like a cinematic style to it, because that's always been my influence. But I graduated in New York, but wanted to come back to the Carolinas. Went to Wilmington, North Carolina, to try to break into the film industry there. Did not have success. Did not translate. All the skills did not, didn't transfer. So I started painting people's houses, painting people's boats, painting people's dogs. And I started publishing. Also, with some of my history work, I was painting magazine covers. So I was doing America's Civil War, if everybody remembers that good magazine, and Military History magazine, and all those things. So I started to get more and more commission work. And then I said, you know what, let's just keep going with this. And I started to go full on into my publishing and painting historic scenes. And so all of that has been a 35-year journey. The painting has been most of that 35 career. And then the 3D, the toy soldier stuff is a fun story, and I will get into it. But that's only been the past 6, 7, 8 years has been that journey for me to go 3D and to have some fun with really expanding and enhancing all this collection. Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell. Open for questions.
I'm going to bring everybody in here so you can see everybody, and I'm sure Joe Baker's got a load of questions lined up for you. Joe, do you want to kick it off first, or?
I don't know where to begin, just because the quality of everything you do shows your background. I didn't know it, but now that I hear it, I'm sure your videos are amazing in terms of just the way you present them and the technical quality and things, and then the dioramas are just fantastic.
Appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to hearing more about your story. I want to hear how you got into toy soldiers and the three-dimensional stuff, and anxious to have the tours. So I'm going to hold back until more opportune moments.
We should totally do a tour now. If you guys would like, I will turn this camera around and we'll get to look at some of the stuff I've built here. I finally, after 30 years, I've been able to have a show space, have a, it's a gallery, but it's not a gallery. It's a damn museum. It's a freaking museum. And then, so that's what I wanted to be. So I'd like to give you a little tour right now. So I'm going to change the camera around and we'll just start this tour here.
What's your square footage there, Dan, just to give us some idea?
Square footage. This used to be a sushi restaurant in this complex. And so what I did is you can see here, this is the bar, and I converted it and put a wall up, a temporary wall, just something I could hang my paintings with. But all of these are my original works. These are my original oil and acrylic paintings. And a lot of this is painting my backyard of Charlotte history, which we're very proud of. Charlotte signed a Declaration of Independence a full year before old Thomas Jefferson did. And so we're very proud of that. And as the war came through in the Southern Campaign, we actually had a big fight with the British right there on the center of my town, the Uptown. Call it Uptown because it was on a rise. A few towns, but the British came and we shot 3 volleys into them, really knocked them on their heels. But here's
Tarleton.
Yeah, that's Tarleton right there. Yeah, exactly. This was this was my iconic thing, and I'm really proud. This has subsequently been memorialized on 2 granite monuments uptown, so it's actually shown there forever. But this is the original paint. I did this in 2010. If you see my dog, no wonder I got the white hair, huh? Look good. Yeah, boy, that was a good piece. That's one of my favorites. Composition was just awesome. You know what I used for the models on some of his horses? The down horses, what I used for those was the old photographs, the black and white photographs from the Kentucky Derbies back in the turn of the century. Unfortunately, when they'd have like big flip flops and everybody would pile on, I converted jockeys into Tarleton's Legion.
Oh wow!
Isn't that crazy? But the dynamic, you just can see it. Just the thunderous falling right there. I thought that was really something. And then and then years later, we had a good line of Tarleton's guys coming out here from who was that? Who did that good line right there? Is that somebody named that one?
I'd say King of Country, but
yeah, or it's Jenkins.
It's not
Jenkins.
Blackhawk, is it?
John Jenkins is doing those, and he crushed it. And so this is my little depiction of it, 3D, where the Carolinians jumped on their horses like in the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson and headed out north of town. So that's one of the dioramas here. Over here, though, I did a slice of my big Civil War diorama. And this is actually just half of it.
Oh, wow.
I actually have a whole, imagine this times 2. And that's what that the photograph in the room is there over there. But I've got to bring this over to this location and just jam it packed full of everybody. Look at these guys.
Mm.
That's just fantastic.
Isn't that beautiful? Just coming up, and there's a Lee doing kind of late war. It's a kind of amalgamation. It's a symbolic thing. Everybody's like, what day is this? I'm like, it's just this is a day in the life of the Civil War. This is 1863.
Yeah, that's my favorite kind.
And you got the Iron Brigade guys.
I love the chaos of it. It's so well done.
I appreciate it very much.
So I asked you backstage. You don't do just metal though, right? There's a combination of metal, plastic.
No, yeah. There's some of these, like this figure right here. This guy, this officer from the Iron Brigade. He's totally a plastic dude.
Plastic Conti.
Yeah.
Conti guy. Yeah.
And he blends right in with the because we're trying to do 19th century warfare. Wow. That's going to be just men after men after men. And I love
your water.
Look at this. Oh yeah, this was some fun. This was a epoxy resin project, and I did a video on it. But this was actually when I constructed it. It's the top of one of the bins you get from Home Depot, one of your packing bins. Those purple bins. I turned it upside down. I was like, nothing. The water's not going to come out of that. The liquid, the oil, the resin. And so I glued that underneath, or I taped it underneath, and that provided a great foundation to get layer after layer.
Do you have your Vietnam diorama set up?
I have it, but I don't have it here. I wish I did. And,
I mean, the water in that was absolutely incredible.
That was the entire thesis of that painting. That project. But to say, how could I maximize, doing epoxy resin shit? Look at that. And so we've been coming here. This is part of the studio that I've been able to blend. And then we get kind of a timeline thing. I try to make like a Last of the Mohicans sitch where you have a timeline, a lot of Richard Conte old stuff here, a little homemade action, these things. And then, John Jenkins with some of these two figures are just incredible. I love this story. I always tell the girls, like, oh, somebody's kidnapping your sister. And she's like, oh, hell no. And she's shooting them. See that girl right in front with the boobs and everything. Yeah, it's got all that. And then we got the local.
Now, Dan, you said you do the artwork on the wall. Do you paint figures as well, or no? You leave that?
No, I don't. I don't paint figures. I God bless. I appreciate all of it, but I love to make the diorama, scenarios, the landscapes, but and then I paint the wall stuff. Paint all my good images there.
Oh, I love that.
But no, the figures, I let y'all do that or let somebody do that.
So that painting above there, that's French and Indian War?
Yeah. I was thinking that's totally inspired by, Last Mohicans action there. And if you look, this was a great dude. Oh, what a great gesture. The only person knows he's going to get hit is the horse. You could see. Even the men back there, like, I have no idea the officer's about to get whacked.
Yeah, that's a good piece.
What inspires you when you do those individual post pictures like that? I mean, is it
I making
movie?
stills from movies, trying to just be inspired and make almost like a storyboard artist. Just somebody that just sees those scenes and just loves to just get the little details. Those two guys are two white dudes from Gettysburg, father and son, that I posted years ago. God, that painting's old. That's just beautiful stuff. But here you can see some more action. This part right here is significant because it actually happened during COVID. When we were all figuring out what we were going to do with COVID time, I decided to make this first strip here, and this one with the epoxy resin with the old, was that Britain's Bridge? Whose bridge is that? But great stuff there.
Any particular battle there, or is it just?
It's just kind of doing the timeline where it goes from Rogers Rangers, and then we get a little French and Indian action. We get the old attack on those two, and I try to utilize the mirror to times two our the number of men, and that always is a great kind of illusion, and especially works when something like, even though they're facing the opposite way there, it doesn't matter. It just still tricks your eye into thinking it's a long column.
Somebody just said the mirror in the background is great
Awesome.
effect. Yeah.
Yeah. So that really, can just be a real magical part. This is Cowpen. This is John Jenkins' great collection here. The 17th Dragoons and the 3rd Continentals, I think that's right. They've got even this fella here. Look at the valet that actually shot one of the dudes. It's just really cool stuff. And then here's really a maximization of the illusion where I've just got one section. Is that one section of the Britons or whatever it is?
That's great.
And when you pull it out and put it in a corner, it's a fort. It's a proper fort. Pretty neat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You got another question from the chat room. Do you paint on
All right,
canvas
get to
or
it.
board? Did you hear that?
No, say
Somebody in the chat room asked are you painting on canvas or board?
most of these are board, masonite board. I like that. Some of the older stuff is oil on canvas, traditional stuff. But I like oil on and doing it on this masonite type of board, gessoed, but it works great for me. But as we go back here, we'll see. Let's turn around here. We'll let the tour continue. All right, as we go, here's a neat piece I did for exhibit uptown, Charlotte. Representation. This was a enslaved person, Ishmael Titus, who fought for his freedom, and he lived to the age of 102, I think. But over here, this is my back zone. This is behind the sushi restaurant. So this is my other fun inspiration action.
There's some Star Wars.
And we'll have some action. Yeah, we'll have some inspirational stuff to talk about. So my bag this is where I come from. And it's probably not alone in that.
Nope.
Oh, she's pretty. Look at that. But anyway, yeah. So as that developed, I realized that, gee whiz, this inspired me to want to be a historical artist and study this kind of stuff and pursue that. I mean, the hell, look right there. Is that not a stormtrooper helmet right there in splits? Yeah. All that incredible stuff. Here's an original helmet. This is a 1917. Look at that. That was donated to me by a dude who said his grandfather brought it home. He had it in his closet. And he just couldn't. Why is it sitting up there? Incredible. Love that. Love this with the.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The red tails.
It's a good one. Oh yeah. Okay. First, yeah. Now here we go, guys. This is something nice. This is an artist. This is a sculptor from New York named Mikey Tavares. He does these 1/6 guys, and they are the bomb. Look at that. And so I've been collecting his stuff. Look at that. That's from Afghanistan right there.
Those are sculptures, or they're actually action figures?
They're figures, but he's got it where they're just the top of the line stuff. I mean, look at this Hellfighter. Wow.
Oh wow!
So you could actually pose them if you wanted. You can move.
Yeah, you actually can. You can move them. Wow. Here's Korea. Look at this dude with the smoke on the hand.
Wow.
God, wait,
Guys, wow.
isn't that beautiful?
Whew.
Yeah, Stormtrooper one, and then these are other parts, showing the Hellfighters. Look at this Black Panthers, fucking Tank Brigade right there. Look at that. She's a beaut. Wow. So that's just part of the collection. Here's a neat piece from here we go, boys. From England. Got this fella Neil Sage. I don't know if anybody knows Neil from groups.
I've seen his name for sure.
Yeah, Neil's
Yeah, I've seen his name too.
he's a good bloke. And so
I've seen
Neil,
productions a lot.
yeah, he's got some good stuff. He really does a good job of racing his bases. He puts his gravel on the bases. Takes probably a bunch of time, but these were recently got from the South Carolina Toy Show. I was there last weekend. That's not a bad snag for $25 each.
Yeah.
No. Metal or plastic?
Metal. These are total King and Country guys.
Oh, King Country. Well,
I just hadn't seen that good. I love that with the medic and the.
Where was that toy show in South Carolina?
That's right there in Columbia. It's in the downtown museum area.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's in the museum.
I live in Greenville, just so you know.
Okay, there you go. That was just last week, and I got you go down there and you grab some steels, but I also have this other kind of thing that I got a problem with. This one's a little bit of a problem. This one's making, some of the family fabric, She's like, "What are you doing?"
hey, Dan, you got another question from the chat room. Do you have
What's up?
Do you have a favorite era of history?
When I started, it was Civil War. I painted Civil War exclusively for like a good decade. It was a whole decade, and I grew up studying Don Triani and Mort Kunstler and Keith Rocco, and so those guys were my influence. And so when I started, here we go. This is a painting I did while I was in college, and this was commissioned by America's Civil War magazine. And golly, that's oil on canvas. Boy, that's an old painting. Yeah, 1996, right there. So that's what we would do. I'd get about $300, $400 for something like that, and that would help pay rent.
Right.
Get you moving on to the next piece. Yeah.
Man.
But
how long does it take you to paint one of those?
Those things paint with the research and all. Here we go back to this. I wanted to study the 28th New York State Troops, right? But they actually, see that right there? This is actually an error. This is me, a young rookie. 28, it should be volunteers, not troops. And so it should be a V instead of a T. That's something that always irked me. Or just the artist kept with it. It was like, most people won't notice that. But
somebody will.
Yeah, somebody will. Believe me, or I've also gotten plenty of comments of, oh yeah, you're what are you doing? That barrel is 2 inches too long. Yeah.
All of them.
Here's a neat one. Here's one I did that's fun. This is like old Disney World where you have the illusion of the forced perspective. So we're Band of Brothers boys going in, right? And you're in the church. And you're firing right down on the German ambush right there. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I saw your video on this one.
Wow.
That was so good.
That was
so.
pretty.
So those figures are 1/6 scale, right?
Yeah, this is totally Barbie-sized guys here.
Yeah,
but
the village is 132, right?
Yeah, so this is totally 132. These are doll houses from Michael's. That's some good Hobby Bunker stuff.
Hobby Bunker, yeah.
Everybody knows Hobby Bunkers. This one's homemade. So I built the thing and then lit it on fire. That's all dangerous and fun.
Cool.
Got international stuff. Picked up some stuff.
Video of that.
Wow.
But just making a nice square and then adding this. Then you start to do the illusion where you're building. I even got a dead soldier there. But when you come around, she really does shine. Yeah.
Wow.
You really pulled that off.
That was pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
started.
great.
Yeah, I was going to say this crucifix came from like a dime store, goodwill thing. I was just like, oh my God, wait, what if it, the bombed out thing, but the crucifix stayed, and that's a symbol of all the thing, and blah blah blah, and yeah. And that was pretty.
Tell them the story, man.
I was gonna say
sing it.
Every diorama have a backstory.
I need smoke elements on that one, majorly.
Yeah,
but there's some good stuff mixed there. That's some beautiful stuff there from King and Country.
Yeah, King and Country,
rocking it out.
I built that plane, and I should know who it flew.
It's a wooden one. It's. I forgot where I got it, but it was a
Warring Warbirds.
It might have been. It was 1,000. It was like it was up there. It was expensive.
Like the 94th Squadron. Is that what it was? I can't remember.
She's pretty and heavy. The late Ron Tunison, great American sculptor, friend of mine. But yeah, so this is the studio. Over here, this was a bathroom that wasn't working, so I decided to make that.
Love it.
How about that? That's fun. Usually there's a soundtrack going on. Oh yeah, that's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah,
wild.
I love all the
bring
media.
it up. Let's talk. Let's have some. Give me some questions. Let's talk.
I got a ton of questions, but I don't know.
Oh, good. Bring it.
Have you ever thought of painting backdrops for other toy soldier collectors and having them printed and selling? Because what you could do, knowing what you do with dioramas and what type of backdrop for depth, man, it would be such a gift to the hobby.
I appreciate the nod of confidence there. I get nervous now, and I'm gonna put this way and then I'll turn.
Oh, he hung up.
We lost him.
Nah, he'll be right back. He did that like 3 times already. So.
Amazing artist.
That's mind blowing. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, the Da Vinci of this stuff.
Yeah. Leaves you speechless.
Time to retire.
Now he said this is studio, correct?
Yeah, that's not his house.
Yeah. He's only like 90 miles from me.
Yeah. I think you need to make a road trip, bro.
I think so too.
Hope he's not.
I'm intimidated.
Never. It's always people who are like way above what I do. I don't get intimidated them. They inspire me to attack. My life is, if this person can do it, then I can do it. Because there's nobody out there that's any better than anybody on sitting here or in the thing. Everybody
hung up on us, brother.
Sorry. I'm gonna mess it up.
No worries, man. We got
the Butterfingers. It's amazing that you can do all this detail and still just completely have knocking over soldiers all. Yeah. But no, open to questions. Yes. Where were we?
I was questioning. You said you have a studio, so that's your studio.
Yeah.
You're up in Charlotte because you're only 90 miles away from me.
Right.
Is that something you drop by and say hi, or drop you a message and say I'm in the area, or what?
Yes. Totally with a text. Just say, hey, I'm in town, or I want to be in town in 3 hours, and we'll try to make something happen.
Awesome.
And get that tour. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's how I have to do it. I can't create it, as we all get the urges to go to Michael's or go to our local craft store and get something. I'll duck out, and that's when everybody comes in to say, "Oh, I missed you. Your door's shut," and it ruins it. So yeah,
this gentleman here, James Viola, he's been on our show before. He's a big time toy soldier painter. Has his own YouTube channel, and he says, "Do you teach or mentor?"
I'd love to do more. I speak at schools. I do a lot of speaking engagements. I got the Tight 10, but I would love to expand the programming here. Just trying to figure out, now that I've built this, it's almost a Kevin Costner scenario where I'm like, now if you build it, they will come. But I've got to make them come. So I got to get the young people in here. I've got to get the veteran groups in here. Got to get the schools and all that good stuff in here. So that's the next mission is to do that and to continue to bust out some cool dioramas at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
and that's what it's talking about. Like, the cool thing is you're in Charlotte, and Charlotte is a wonderful city to visit.
Yeah,
it really is.
Well, that's lovely.
I mean, it's got a major airline hub coming in, so you can get there easily.
Right.
It's just a wonderful place to visit.
It is. I'm very proud of it. It certainly is all those things, and so it's ripe for the picking. It's ready. but absolutely.
Dan, what was your first big sale that you said, "Hey, I'm going to do this for a living instead of just for fun or a
I
side
got
gig"?
commission. I painted a painting of Nathan Bedford Forest, a Devil at Fallen Timbers, which was kind of iconic. It was kind of one of my big pieces, and that happened in 1999. And that was a big commission by a partner of mine. And that's one where you're like, golly, he really invested in it. He gave me the timeline to do it, get all the details right. And so that pushed me to the next level of being able to really stand on a painting, stand on an image, to where if somebody would say, "Oh, well, there's a gallery in Tennessee. There's, let's go out to Franklin, Tennessee. Do you know a guy named Dan Nance versus Troyani?" Devil at Fallen Timbers gave me that clout to be able to say, "Oh yeah, no, that's the guy that did that painting." So that was a big boy, and there's been several since then.
How many of your paintings?
Official.
How many of your paintings do you think are out there in museums now? Like,
I must have a dozen or plus paintings out there in various locations.
is it mostly Civil War or?
A lot of it is Civil War. A lot of it is also down here in Revolution country here in the Carolinas, in Brattonsville, where they filmed the Patriot movie and things like that. I have connections with folks there. In fact, the Ken Burns stuff that's coming up.
Yeah.
There might be a Dan Nance image in there on 6 or 7 episode, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
Awesome.
But I might have made it in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when did you make the conversion from the paints to say, "Hey, I'm going to do the toy soldiers"? Because you said you just started. So you're not a big time collector like you've been doing this for 30 years, like some of us.
I have a partner who we talked about before. He had stuff set up on his desk, and I thought it was fascinating, but I was interested in the painting. After a while, after 10 years of commissioning work and doing things, I started to think, well, why don't we just start synergizing these two things together? He had a back room that he finally opened up with a lock and key. He had his closet in his 5th floor building. It was completely filled with all unopened boxes from King and Country, Fagarty, everybody. All of them. Just from the top to the bottom. It looked like Daddy Warbucks. It was just sick. And so that was a couple of years before COVID. And we had a situation where he was going to move some stuff around, and I volunteered to help him move his collection. And once he gave me permission to do that, I took every single one of those figures out of the boxes and just set them up and started making dioramas. I don't think he was planning for them all to go out of box. And I kept all the
It's a lot of money, bro.
Came back home. He's like, "Holy cow, that's amazing, thing." So that was the start of it. And then ever since then, it's been every year I've kind of, I invest in a subject and I pull one off in the winter time where he goes winters in, a different location. And then when he comes back in the spring, I've got a whole room set up for him. And that kind of stuff has delivered success over and over and over again. So I'm actually asking forgiveness more than permission on every single year, but it's worked out fine. So we've got 9+ rooms of entire battle scenes, different periods. World War I, Napoleon, the whole Waterloo is just insane. It's a beautiful setup. I don't have room for it here. It's in another location.
Well, so actually, I made if you give me a chance, I got a slide presentation I put together of a lot of your dioramas.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to give us a tour. And maybe you can talk us through some of these. So
you'll play it, and I'll just talk over.
Yeah. I can pause it the whole way through if you like.
Give it to me.
All right, hang tight.
That's a good idea.
See how this looks like.
Yeah.
I thought this was a cool picture.
I know. I love this guy. Yeah,
I mean,
sweetheart.
This is what we're all about, man. Getting the kids involved. And when I saw this and the next picture here,
that's exactly what it is. That's what I love.
Is this your studio there, or is this somewhere else?
That's the studio. So that's in the window. There's a little atrium out front where there's a bakery and stuff. So moms and dads bring their kids and they sit out there on those tables. And the kids just immediately, kids are like, "I'm finished with my food. I'm getting up. I'm walking around." and I entice them to, and then I open my door and it's Willy Wonka and the History Factory.
I mean, that
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love those. Yes.
that is awesome, man. When I saw those two, I was like, that's what it's all
Look at
about,
that.
man.
And it's
Getting more
girls
people.
and boys. That's the thing is everybody, still does the thing where like, I got to bring my son in here. I was like, bring your daughter in because they love it too.
Right.
It's really
Right.
cool.
Let's see. So this is your.
Oh yeah.
That's the one.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Can you see that, Dan, or no?
Yeah.
Look at the ripples in the water on that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
The whole thing was for the trying to create a roto wash. Yeah, that was my challenge. And I knew that you could go to Michael's and get those, packets of Woodland Scenics tufted grass, tufts.
Yeah.
And I spent, a few bucks on those fields. The other stuff on the right hand side was just anything and everything I could collect over weeks of just going to, Michael's and other craft stores, buying different varieties. And who's got those airplanes? Those are good looking helicopters. Those are some manufacturers we need to credit.
I know those Hueys, but I thought they were model kits. The way
the one in the middle is the one I destroyed is actually I bought that and built it in a day. The other two are the heavy metal ones that I got from Rodney's Dime Store Gallery. Oh, Rodney.
Yeah.
But the one in the center there, the casualty, I built that and then shot it with a BB gun to get the blown out window. And then it actually was way too heavy. So I realized I was like, holy crap, I just ruined everything. So I taped it back together and just started. I realized that you just need to actually just use a pinprick, a dowel. You just poke little bullet holes in your plane without shooting it.
right.
So that was a lesson there.
You do have one question.
Homemade. I was inspired by whoever makes the hooches. But I didn't need to buy them, so I just made them homemade. Just made them out of stuff I had, straws and bamboo, like little sticks and stuff.
You got a question from the chat room again. Who are the artists that inspired you?
I was inspired by some contemporary artists like Don Troiani in Connecticut, who paints Rev War and Civil War stuff. But before that, it's a lot of American illustrators from the turn of the century. N.C. Wyeth, Norman Rockwell, of course, is just a major influence of mine. Howard Pyle before that, and then there were some French military painters from over in Europe that would inspire these guys before that, and they were Messonnier and Détail and all the way back. So I just ongoing, everybody you see.
James wants to know what that pink thing is in the corner down there.
Which way?
On the Vietnam diorama. There's like a reddish pink thing. What is it?
Oh yeah, I try to do a smoke like a
red smoke
marker.
Pop and smoke, yeah.
Thing. Yeah, it's kind of wafting up with
I see it now.
Cotton candy-ish stuff. I made that out of.
Hey Dan, you might want to plug your website right here.
Sure.
Where you can find, a lot
if everybody,
more.
I appreciate that. Everybody can go to dannance.com. You could Google Dan Nance. You could just go to images there. But also my new studio is in Charlotte, and that is at 6601 Carnegie Boulevard. And that's, for locals only, but internationally, it's still about social media. I try to post something today. We're all wondering how sexy we can be with AI before it gets weird.
Yeah.
And I had to do it. And so I actually just released something on my social right before this evening. And I thought it was pretty damn cool.
I thought that was cool.
It's really neat. And so I'm trying to do it before it takes over what I've got traditional commissions through this winter. But after a while, we'll see how this thing goes for artists to be able to.
Can you see that next picture, Dan?
Yeah. Hit it.
No, can you see it? I already put it up. Is it?
I still got the Vietnam one up. There you go. Oh, that's my Waterloo room. Yeah. So that's.
Wow.
Look at the Keith Rocco paintings in the background. Keith is a friend of mine. The LaSalle is me on the left-hand side. That's my General LaSalle. And then, this has gone. It's even more expansive than it is there. That one's a beaut. I can't transfer this one over to this location, so this one's like VIP. Come over and we talk about it and then go see that one
So
special.
you made the buildings and
No, that's from what's his name over in England. JG Miniatures. JG
Oh,
Miniatures.
yeah.
Oh,
Everybody know
really?
him?
Wow.
He did a whole Hougoumont that was incredible. So that's fine work that we had that
Rusty
shipped over, and then I built the entire everything else. And using the corner there, I got to actually exploit or maximize using two sides of a British square, and then the other two filled themselves out on that corner, and so I got 3 deep ranks of British soldiers shooting, and it looks like it's all the way around. It's really neat. So that's up in that corner, and the mirrors actually, when you go down and you kind of get on your knees there and you look, it really looks like it's just ongoing Men Forever for miles. Northwest, east, south, west. Yeah,
right.
that's a good one. That's a fun room. That was fun. Hey, yeah, there. This is me helping my local community. This is Charlotte Museum of History. They tasked me with helping them kind of refluff their big diorama from like 1975 or something. Yeah, so everything was crisp up. Every time you touched a piece of foliage, it just would powder in your hand. But I that was fun enough. That worked out good.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me there's that.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot.
That's gorgeous.
That's a pretty one. Look at the grenades in the bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He staged his grenades to be ready to throw in a second. And I actually spray painted that tabletop. That's some kids furniture thing. Yeah. That's so that hair I wanted. He was a Barbie doll head of hair, right? So he had the plastic head. And I wasn't satisfied with that because he was going to be in the front. So I took a hay bale of some hay that I had, and I made a good old proper Aryan hair on him that was swinging and dangling like that. I think it turned out pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because that would have ruined the whole thing if you had a plastic hair in front.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's some fun. That's to entice the kids. The kids always notice that, obviously, before the parents do. Anything to get, but the kids are blown away by all that we're showing here. But I'll pick those things up from the Goodwill for like 99 cents. That's where I get half of my Star Wars collection is from Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting. How about that?
There you go.
There you go. But I'll get that stuff at a fraction of nothing. And it's just, yeah.
That looked like Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Totally. Oh man, that's who I used to draw. Before I drew the Civil War, it was Eddie.
Yeah, there you go.
There's.
Love
You see the cover of the book?
Oh yeah.
Are you seeing the book cover right there?
Which one? Hold on.
I'm
still on the Ghoul. Oh yeah, there he is. Look at that guy. That turned out great.
I'm looking at
tinfoil. All the the water was tinfoil. You know that trick from YouTube, I guess. You all watch some of his videos.
I'm looking at a D. Looks like a World War I.
World War One. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Picture.
Wait, I'm still on Toy Soldier Collector magazine cover.
Oh. Let me hit it a little bit further. No. Nope.
Oh yeah. This is one of my favorites. Yeah. I went hard on this one. Big water element. Dead horse. All that mud, all that crap. That one turned out great. And those are 2 catty corner pieces to fill in the room. So I had a German side and a British side.
So what's everybody seeing right now? Because I see Gettysburg.
I'm seeing World War One.
Okay.
I wonder why this.
No, I'm on Gettysburg.
Looks like a Gettysburg picture.
Civil War.
Yeah, we're seeing a Civil War picture right now.
Yeah, I got World War II now.
Yep.
I don't know why everybody's on. different timing here. Let's see.
Well, my cell phone's showing World War One. Restream is showing
that's Civil War.
Civil War.
All right.
Oh, now we're on. Now we're all on the same one.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
D-Day?
I'm looking at a D-Day invasion from above.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah,
I'm seeing Civil War.
wow.
All right. Well, Dan, whatever you see, you talk us through it because we probably already saw
Well,
it.
yeah, I see our Civil War one. I want to get on page with the World War II one because that'll be a fun thing to describe. It's probably going to be the next slide over if other people are on that one.
It looks like an aerial view of D-Day landing and
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was hanging the paratroopers there.
Yep, there's paratroopers. Yep.
I got 4 paratroopers. They were great. You had to get 2 of them from eBay because they were hard to find. We'll endeavor to do I'll convince him to go on the hunt with me, and we'll just secure something. And the paratroopers.
You ever been to the Chicago Toy Show, Dan?
I have never been. I've never been. I need to go, obviously. I spent the last 20 trying to carve this thing out, and I wasn't able. I was, the starving artist that wasn't able to really be able to travel that much. But no, I'd love to do Chicago, and I hear it's great.
All right. Let me see if we can catch up everybody here.
Get that World War II. There's some Zulu action.
No, it's zipping right through. What are we doing?
I see Zulus right now.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
that was the first
World War I
backdrops I did.
I'm seeing a flying circus.
That person's question about
We missed
painting backdrops. I would love to paint backdrops, but they, it just seems like with AI and everything, with people just take a photograph and get it done. Like they're selling backdrops now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But if somebody wants to, pay me, I'll do it. It'll be a custom job. Yeah. But that was actually one of the first. And that was kind of a wraparound. You can see there's like 3 18 by 36 boards there. That's making a kind of configuration. And we just keep buying Zulus because we're, for the odds. So that was a cool piece. That's an early piece.
All right.
Hey, Dan, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you ever cross paths with Tom Feely? I know he recently passed away. He was an Alamo dioramist and artist.
No, I really don't think I did. No.
Yeah, you should check out some of his work. His mostly Alamo stuff. It was amazing. He was a really good artist.
Responsible for the Alamo one that's out there that's in the photo?
Yeah, he did a couple for the San Antonio dioramas at the Alamo. And then he did Crockett's Last Stand. I think he did that one, Joe. I don't know if you saw that.
Gorgeous.
Joe,
gorgeous.
Yeah, he was incredible. Yeah, you remind me a lot of all his work. So.
Oh, appreciate it.
Amazing.
Dan, I'm looking at a World War I hangar. Is that what you said?
The flying circus.
Oh yeah.
But I've got flying airplanes yet.
Where's that photograph? I'll show you. I got a story about that one.
I'm seeing a bunch of World War I hangars and
okay. Well, if you got the hangars,
biplanes on the ground.
Yep.
Okay. So what we designed there was I wanted one side to be the German side, and one side to be the RAF, I guess, from World War I. And so, it's like a 50-yard line. A lot of my stuff I like to kind of design where it's like you're sitting on the 50-yard line of the football game. And so when you wrapped around that room, your one side obviously was the British, and then the other side was the Germans. And we know that they had different structures. The Germans had the more wooden structure, established stuff, and then the British had kind of a tarp area scenario. And that was a great success for a neat little diorama to just be able to walk around and see the other opposite sides. And that's why I put those 2 bloody, 1917 trench warfare things on the side of that to fill out the row on that one.
Now, what happens to these dioramas once you change them out? I mean,
well, I still have in possession all of this stuff. We've got 10+ thousand figures. I keep expanding things. Like I said, I just came back. I don't know if are we on live stream with just that Zulu shot, or are we on me?
World War I.
I'm still looking at World War I hangar.
Yeah, see, I'm on.
Same here.
Grab me some. I'm still on Zulu. How far back did Zulu go?
You got another question from the chat room, Dan?
Yeah.
Do you have a dream? Do you have a dream subject you'd like to represent somehow?
I'm being selfish and indulgent, and I want to do a Hoth scene, and I want to do an indoor scene.
Ooh.
So I've been painting history, and I've been doing 3D toy soldier stuff history for a long time.
Mhm.
And now I just keep going back to this collection and going, geez, I'm going to make something fun out of this. So this might be my next challenge. I don't know if everybody can see it.
No, we can't. We're just seeing the picture. We don't have it on us.
Oh yeah. No. Whatever strikes, whatever happens next.
So Dan, I do have a question about that. When you talk about this, painting Star Wars, I mean, what you paint would be, I mean, mind blowing. Converting to the grit into a Star Wars. But how is that with, like, as far as licensing and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Can you just paint it and sell it, or do you have to worry about Disney stepping in?
They totally would, or that's been the traditional thing. I wouldn't do it to do any kind of. Years ago, I did a series called Civil Star Wars, and it's on my Facebook page in the photo section, where I just photoshopped a bunch of Star Wars stuff on top of the paintings, and that was fun. But it wasn't about a marketing move or anything like that.
There might be some of that at the end of the slideshow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was fun, but I never, wasn't aggressively trying to do anything. This one now, I'm just seeing this space as a real museum opportunity, and so I'm kind of doing, as much as I'm doing the historical figures, I'm also expanding the Star Wars collection, because it helps to inspire the young people to realize that actually that sci-fi comes from history, blah blah blah. It's part of storytelling. And so I dig that as part of the kind of the mission of, like, all right, what are we doing here? We're going to tell you about the Civil War, but we're going to tell you about how stormtroopers were actually inspired by German blah blah blah.
Yeah, we're looking at we're looking right now
at a stage piece up there is what I'm looking at.
We're looking at a World War II street fight.
This looks like a Neil piece. Neil used to send me this stuff because he's the one that always does he buries his pedestals, his stuff. Sprinkles. I don't know if he's using spoon or whatever his method is. But I would take his image and I would take that background and put a sky in his, background, because he had a limited space, but he would buy good stuff. That guy's toys from Scandinavia.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he great? He's great.
Yeah.
That dude rocks, and that's what he gets a lot of his stuff from there.
I see a German winter scene now. Do you see that?
Yep.
By the way, Paul, shout out to your
that's
Battle of the Bolt set.
This was fun. That was one of the first back diorama or back paintings I did on a diorama, and that was pretty challenging to get the river foreshortening like that. The creek, yeah. But we had the figures. That's a good piece. What else we got? Oh yeah. See, that needs to be, Neil Sage would have had that covered in snow.
Now I got a picture of your church up here. Now this is the church you made?
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's mine. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's what I salvaged, the hobby bunker, whatever, front piece there. And then that's all me on the back end. Total homemade. That was, I think I did like a five video series on that. She was pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's in the back there. That's the one we just showed. Oh yeah, that's some Iwo Jima, Tarawa.
Yeah,
that was fun. Epoxy resin experiment there. Messy as hell, but beautiful effects.
Yeah.
How deep are you pouring that stuff?
I would put it on cardboard boxes, like you would get it. It's going to spill over. It's going to be crappy.
Yeah.
But I would get enough room to just pour it into a box. And so I would do it over and over again. And the depth was no more than half inch.
Yes.
But-
So do you pour it in layers or? Just,
Yeah, so it would
Okay,
be a
yeah.
layer, let it set, and then do another one the next day and do like a foreshortening wave. A wave that'll be on top of the other one,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that worked
Well,
out.
I don't know if a lot of people know that a lot of times this stuff will warp badly if it's too thick. So
Yeah, trial and error on that one. I've got mine is actually deteriorating with almost like a burning, browning off. Like it's like burning itself
yeah.
with the
I'm looking-
age. It's been 6 years.
Can you see Patton in the corner? It's
I'm
probably
seeing a D-Day one right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got D-Day too.
Battle of the Bulge.
I
Probably.
got out of the bulge.
See.
I
Hold
did see
on.
that one. It skipped by it.
Looks like a little 4x4 corner that you did for Patton in the corner. Dan.
Okay, let's see. I'm still on Western
Oh, there we go.
World War II.
No, I got
there you
D-Day
go.
landing.
Now we're in
I got
Vietnam.
D-Day now. Oh boy, that
Yeah.
was good. That's actually I went there on the 79th and actually collected some sand from Omaha, and we actually sprinkled it on there. So that was pretty significant.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That was pretty neat.
You did the painting in the background, I'm assuming.
I did a what do you call it? Photoshop. Little CGI on there,
Oh, okay.
compositing. It's probably more ambitious than it was, and it's way too close, for the stitch. But it's dynamic. Oh, yay, that's pretty.
So I'm looking at Vietnam, the helicopter.
Heck yeah.
Close
This
up.
one's nice. I really went detailed on that
That water
river.
effect.
Yeah, the water to the land, the little embankment, I guess. That's pretty good. You see what I try to do with the red smoke over there? It's
Yeah,
attached to
yeah,
a
I see
little.
it now.
It's attached to a little canister, so it actually, you can see it's a little canister doing it. So who did I
Wow,
make
look at that.
with those? There was some Conti figures, and then of course there were some Britons and.
There we go.
Oh, that's
French warfare.
that might be tour de force right there, man. That was in the middle of COVID, and all you could do was just do stuff.
Right.
Which one are you looking at?
I'm looking at World War One here,
Yeah,
I'm looking
trench.
at French.
and that water walkway, like it's almost like a carve out, because you would imagine you're on the other side of a trench. So that black strip. Is everybody on the same page as me?
Yeah, I am.
I am.
So I left it open like you're sliced into a side, even though you'd be a trench on the other side of it.
Yeah.
But boy, that was fun. And the planks at the bottom there, and the mud, all epoxy. Oh, there's some good action. That's what I used for that CGI or whatever AI thing.
Civil War.
Yep,
I'm looking at that.
charging in the town, reminiscent of Hunterstown near Gettysburg on the second day. I think that Jeb Stewart and Custer clashed a little bit like that in the middle of a street, in the middle of a road, and they literally had their cavalry crashing through the sides of each side. They just attacked each other. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. This one I got. This is when you would get the software from your, iPhone or iPad. They would put a sky in the background for you, and you all felt sexy about it. Then you manipulate, make it dark. Oh yeah, and I could make those in a matter of an hour. Yeah.
Wow. And then
And I had to weather that tank. Oh, that's a fun one. That was cool. That's that sky, obviously, from another app. That just is a dynamic photograph right there.
Zulu.
Lulu by Conti.
Oh yeah, that made it to the video. Yeah, that's early on. Early work. That's what fueled. Yeah, every one of these kind of.
There you go.
There you go. It gives you the inspiration to want to do the next one.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. How about that? I hadn't seen that one in a while.
Nobody from Disney's watching, right? So
Here he is. Oh, no, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
we don't have to worry about this. But these are
And
cool. I just had to
that's
throw them in
fun.
again.
Look at the dude in the background, the scout trooper sitting there. Oh my God, look at them. Chow, chow, chow. Yeah, boy. That's Antietam. That's That's
With the AT-ATs, yeah.
the Dunker Church right there with the AT-ATs. That's not bad skills for Photoshop for
That
an
looks pretty
artist.
cool, man. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
What was that, 2000 something? Yeah.
So,
How about that?
It's awesome.
yeah,
That was
that's
a little
cool.
tour. That was a fun tour.
So, guys, any more questions, man? I don't know, Dan, if you have to go. I mean, just let me
No.
know. But
Hey,
we got some other.
anybody wants to hang and talk? It's good for me.
I mean, you're
Dan,
like
did you ever do any Wild West stuff?
I've got a
Old
Wild
West?
West. I did a little bighorn that I'm really happy with, but we need more Indians, and I couldn't find more. I snatched up all the Indians I could. And Andy gave me one as a gift, Nielsen, last time he was here visiting, and that was a new piece. But just need more Indians. Just need a ton more Indians without doing replicas. You know, like what we pride ourselves on is going, hey, these are so few repeats. These are look at this. Every one of these Confederate soldiers is in a different gesture, in a different pose. And that's
All my Indians have space guns.
We're not sure about that.
Can you
I'd
say
like to see you
anything
do
about
like a Jesse
when we're
James
talking-
setup or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, like I was looking at like you were describing the town stuff that you were showing earlier. That's fantastic stuff. I haven't done buildings in a little while. I've been doing a lot of nature terrain stuff, but seeing the buildings is pretty neat. Yeah.
Can you? I heard an interview from you. I guess it was earlier this year. I think it was in your hometown, Jesse's or something like that.
Yeah, Jesse Brown's.
Yeah, Jesse Brown's. And you were saying about some Easter eggs that you paint in all of your paintings. Can you explain that to
Yeah.
people? Maybe they're not familiar with.
Yeah, we'll do a little show and tell again. If everybody's cool with that. Until I turn off. So I'll strike it. Here we go. So we're gonna come. Here's another exhibit. Here's a little fun, guys. This is my great uncle, John. A 21-year-old from South Carolina, and this was his plane, the Raid Hot Mama. Look at that sexy art. How about that? Is that cool or what? And look at that. That's him on the wing. I grew up listening to his stories. And so here's actually a shot of me and him when I was delivering a painting to him. And he came home from the war. He was shot down, survived a German prison stay, came home, was a South Carolina senator for 50 years.
Wow.
How about that? And so Easter eggs. Yes, Easter eggs. Let's see. One would be fun.
Well, you were telling a story about how your daughter's in every one of them or something.
That's exactly right. Yeah. If you look, I put my daughter's fingerprints since they grew up with Daddy in the studio painting history. If you look right here, that is my daughter's fingerprint right there. And then I would paint over it. But they're in every one of these paintings that I have here.
Wow.
And they know,
awesome.
and now they're 22 and 19. And they know where they are in certain paintings. They're like, oh, yeah, no, this one I'm on the left-hand side. Or this one I'm over here in the bushes. Or I'm on this guy's, wayfinder sign. Yeah, so that's, that is a little something secret. Over here, I did in Charlotte, we have Uptown Charlotte's where we had a big battle. This was a claim to fame. And George Washington came through for a victory tour, if you see. And here is funny because on the tour, I helped design a tour for the town, kind of our southern Liberty, we call it a Liberty Walk, but it's like the Paul Revere, Massachusetts one. But up here, he spent the night in Charlotte. I'm going to try to do this way inside. And right here, I can't zoom in, I'm sorry. Up in the tree, that hotel is where he spent the night, and that's still there. It's a Marriott today. Up in the tree is significant because across the street is a Hooters restaurant. Hooters restaurant's been there forever. And if I was trying to zoom in, but up in there, I put an owl in the tree line so you would know where you were standing.
At Hooters?
And in front of Hooters where George Washington stood.
That's fun.
So those are some of the Easter eggs I put in there.
You said something about a hornet's nest, too, on one of your
Oh, yeah.
videos.
Well,
I can't
in
remember.
Charlotte here, our claim to fame is we really did
smack Cornwallis in the nose with this battle. I think it changed the trajectory of the war. And they said that Charlotte and this other county was the most hostile to the British Crown of any two counties in North America. And they said the bullets flew so fast that it was like a hornet's nest. And so in Charlotte, we actually have this is our moniker. This is our motto. We have this on our police vehicles. We have this on our fire department. Is the hornet's nest. So we're known for that in Charlotte.
And you painted a hornet's nest in the picture, did you?
Oh yeah, I actually did. Oh yeah. It's the girl
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's up in the corner there.
I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah. We have a little Easter egg right there. Oh,
How
yeah.
many projects do you have going on at one time? I mean, like when you start a painting, do you just stay with that painting, or do you have 2 or 3 paintings going on?
I
at the
got
same
2 or 3
time?
going on, but they're in different stages. Obviously, one's in research mode, one's in painting mode, one's in printing mode. And so that would keep me nice and busy going that way. And I've got a couple of projects coming up. We're doing actually painting for the 250th of North Carolina, the Halifax Reserves. So it's going to be this, kind of looks like the 1776 signing, in Philadelphia. That's kind of a new project that I'll be working on during the winter.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Well, we got 35 people in the chat room, but nobody's chatting, so I think they're just mesmerized by your
It's mesmerizing.
stuff here.
Man. Let's
It's
do more
pretty
of
cool.
this. Dun, dun, dun.
So I got to ask you some personal questions before I let you
Sure.
go, man. Are you all right with that?
Good. Oh, give it to me.
What was your favorite toy as a kid growing up?
Oh, one of these right here, probably.
Yeah.
All Star Wars, all major influence on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. G.I. Joe second. G.I. Joe second. But Star Wars.
So did you have a large collection as a kid growing up? Or
No, actually, this has all been grown out of this lately. I had a few of these guys. Remember how mom and dad threw away everything, or we
Sure.
threw it away, Warren, whatever.
Garage sailed? Yeah.
And then I said, screw it, man. I have like 7 more of these. I had one, you got one Boba Fett, and you're like, oh, God, now I need a Bosk. Then I want that dude. Then I want that dude.
Any holy grail that you're looking for that toy wise?
Holy Grail, I spent a little bit on the other weekend. There she is right there. Ain't she beautiful?
Princess Leia in the middle?
Yep, she's got her gun
Yeah.
and her cape.
That's
Can't
a hard
find
one.
a gun or a cape. You can find there she is over there.
Yeah.
Got
Gun
the
cape.
original.
That's where the wife says, "Are you serious? Why did you?" What?
I know that question.
You know that one.
Yeah, we all do probably.
Right.
As sexy as that is, oh shit! I just broke it. She is sexier than Slave Leia because of obviously its significance. Wow, crazy. Oh, and then look at this guy. This is people are donating stuff on loan. Look at these Astro droids. These are that is
Love that.
I've never seen anything like that.
That pink one's hard to find, actually.
Yeah, I had no idea the dude had his whole bag was his just astromech. And these are look the little thing I set it up on was styrofoam stuff for your widescreen TV from BJ's.
Yeah, I see it
I
now.
just spray painted it, and now it looks like a cool little hanger thing. But look at the dog. He had a bunch.
Right.
And so
Hey, give us one good childhood memory growing up playing with your toys. Could be a favorite Christmas, favorite birthday, playing with neighbor kids, something like that.
Well, remember we used to, we'd wake up on Christmas morning and we'd find the AT-AT Walker or the Millennium Falcon under your tree. But I started making those movies like everybody else when you start blowing up your Star Wars figures. But that got me inspired. And then, pyrotechnics and whatnot just synergized. And now this led to all of this. My wife's like,
awesome.
dude, you're leading a Peter Pan life. They're actually taking me. I've got 2 grown daughters and my wife, and they're taking me to Disney World to see Galaxy's Edge.
Hey,
How about that? they're
Heck
like,
yeah.
no, we don't need to go to Europe, Dad. We don't need to go do that. We're going to take you there. I'm like, oh. Anyway, Ben,
Scott
it's
in the
wonderful.
chat room said, I would like to see Dan's interpretation of Gettysburg's high water mark.
Ooh, yeah. I painted
Yeah, that'd be
one.
neat.
Tell them to look up this side of the Lord. Google that.
This side of the Lord.
That is a 26 North Carolina at Gettysburg. And that's my interpretation of the furthest moment where the Confederacy penetrated into it. And I think it's 11th New Jersey that was holding the wall. And they're about to shoot the last two people that went across that whole mile stretch. And instead of shooting them, they had the opportunity to shoot them right there in cold blood. And instead, they actually lowered their guns and raised their hand and said, come over to this side of the Lord. And they actually took them prisoner, saved their lives. And that's kind of very poignant about a brother against brother thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man. So, man, I don't want to let you go. I could do this for another hour, but
Well, I got more to show. We're just gonna have to do a follow-up where I set up
right.
another exhibit.
Hey, if you're
I've
willing
got
to come
one back
back, man, I'm definitely loving to
Yes,
have you back.
I would
on,
love
man.
it. I'm gonna change this whole room. Everything you see here is gonna change into D-Day, I think.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
I'm planning a whole D-Day landing, which you saw. You've seen the diorama.
See, now I figure you go with the Revolutionary War being 250 year or
I know that's the thing. Is
anniversary.
I've spent this year doing it, and it's been wonderful. But this exhibit is now 9 months,
9 months old.
and it's time to But we'll see. We'll see where things go. Everybody, come on down and see me.
I think everybody wants to come down and play with your toys, man. is what
Hey,
it
come
is.
on, play. I'm here to play. Yeah, great stuff.
Can you flip your camera back around?
Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Here we go. All right.
So, man, dude, it's been an honor and a privilege having you on the show tonight for sure. We still got 30-some people in the chat room not wanting to say goodbye yet. They still want to check out your stuff.
What can we play with? What do you
Well-
want to play with next?
No, we got this thing that we ask all of our guests, okay? It's called the mayonnaise jar question,
Okay.
which has nothing to do with toy soldiers. It has nothing to do with, collecting or anything. It could be anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the two guys that normally do it aren't here. Chris, did you have one ready? Or I got one, but I mean,
Yeah, it's your show, Paul. Why don't you ask it?
Yes,
All right. The way you answer this determines if we have you back on or not, okay? That's how important these questions are. So I just want to let you know that. All right.
Okay.
So Dan, in your opinion, is there really a Bigfoot? Does he exist? Yes or no?
Absolutely, he does.
Sweet. Yes. Good answer, Dan. Good answer.
I hadn't come across him yet, but I'm still on the hunt.
All right. All right, man. I think
Don't
we
they
gotta
call
give
him
you-
swamp ape down in South Carolina?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a whole
Yeah.
Francis Marion thing. It's still from the Revolution.
Oh, they got the lizard man down here.
We got lots of
Lizard
stuff down here.
Yeah, the lizard man.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, he's just one of our
well, that's pretty awesome, man. Hey, once again, I want to thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege. I know Joe Baker, man. You're just sitting in awe still, kind of like me. Dan, you want to tell people once again where they can find your stuff or find your webpage, or do you have a YouTube channel yet? Or
I do.
anything like that?
Yeah, appreciate it. You can go to YouTube is Dan Nance, Dan Nance Artist on Insta, and check out hashtag Dan's Daily Diorama. That's where I make these videos. That's where I have the fun doing and compiling all these things, and so you get to see my latest work there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. Thanks
you,
for
Dan.
Sticking with us. Dan, appreciate you, brother.
This has been
We'll see
great.
everybody,
Thanks for
next
sharing
week.
everything.
everybody.
Thanks for the hospitality, guys.
Right on. Have a great week.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Bye.
The show's over. This stinks. But they'll be back next week. Listen up, soldier. I need you to like and subscribe.
Thank you for watching, and have a great week.